Today you are joining me in the town that has failed to become a city 4 times, Reading. This town sits on the edge of the Chilterns national landscape, and that is where I'll be exploring today, with Cycling UK's newest route, the Royal Chilterns Way. Over 170 miles of rolling chalk hills and ancient woodlands, and never-ending trails. So I will start my journey around the Chilterns by following Britain's most famous river, the River Thames. Right, let's try and get this another little adventure in before Christmas, shall we? Well, at least it's not raining today, but that temperature has gone down quite a bit lately. So going to be taking on Cycling UK's most newest route, Chilterns Way, about 170 miles. If my voice sounds a bit nasally, that's because I'm on like the tail end of just getting over a cold. So yeah, that's why my voice sounds weird. Should be a fun little adventure. I know a lot of the trails around here, but I also know they can get quite wet and muddy. And we have had quite a lot of wind lately, so should be a nice little fun one. A few little days in the Chilterns. Beautiful area to cycle around, but definitely has its challenges. So let's go find out what this route will throw my way. Nice. Okay, that's worth feet then. A few miles in and already wet feet, so it'll be interesting to see how the trails are holding up, or whether it'll be another trip full of pushing. But at least for now, the only thing stopping me was the nature. Deer after deer crossing my path, and it wouldn't be long till I got to the first of the many woodland trails around here. The Chilterns is where I used to come to escape the world when I first got a mountain bike. The endless trails this time of year, quite muddy, but always beautiful. I really do quite like this time of year when you're riding through the forests, the woodlands, with leaves on the floor. It's just very nice. I'm going to stop off in a minute and have a quick bite to eat. It was already midday, didn't really get to start until about 10. And obviously this time of year, I love this time of year because it is just like, it's really beautiful. It's all like the leaves are on the floor. But I also hate this time of year because it gets dark at like 4:30. So it's you don't get much time of actually riding. It's kind of why I wanted to do this route in the winter, because I have a feeling it's going to be quite a good route for the winter. Obviously around here there's lots of woodlands like this, a lot of trails like this, so you get a lot of shelter, which is very useful in the winter in the UK because it's quite often quite windy. So with it getting dark so early and having to find somewhere to camp, having loads of spots like this is very, very useful, because I have a feeling this route will actually be very good for wild camping. Famous last words, I know. Hopefully I haven't just jinxed myself, and hopefully it will be, but yeah. I'm just going to stop off, have a bite to eat in a minute, and then crack on, because we've only got really like 4 hours of daylight. And that's 10 miles done. Nice little start. Being so close to the capital, you might be surprised just how alone and quiet the Chilterns can feel. Just you, the trees, the wind rustling over the trees, the sound of the muddy trails under your tyres,
This time of year the trail is covered in leaves and mulchy puddles, but it is this time of year when embracing going on an adventure is needed most. The short days and long nights make it easy to say no to adventure.
Three p.m, which means there's about an hour left until the sun sets. I've done about 30 miles. In about 10 miles, the 40-mile mark, I'm going to be coming through Princess Risborough. So I think probably what's going to happen is I'm going to end up getting there just as the sun is setting, just as it's getting dark. I mean, it feels kind of dark already, but it's technically still before the sun has set. So I think probably get past Princess Risborough a little bit as I climb out of there. Pretty sure there's plenty of woodlands and stuff around there where I'll try and find somewhere to camp. So far so good. And tomorrow, I just checked the weather. I mean, I've got a long night in the tent, which is going to get down to about 3 degrees. So not too bad, not too warm, not too cold. But yeah, tomorrow, it's looking like it might be sunny. At least where I am right now, it says for the first 3 or 4 hours of the day, it's going to be sunny. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we get this absolutely beautiful winter sunrise, because that is the best things about the winter, is them very beautiful sunrises. But yeah, I've got about 10 miles to go until I get to Princess Risborough. Just going to try and do that, hopefully get there just before it gets dark, and then hopefully, fingers crossed, find somewhere to camp.
With the night drawing in so fast, I'd hoped to get a little further tonight, but as I made my way along the ridgeway, the temperature started to drop, and drop fast. It became bitterly cold, and with that temperature dropping, it also brought in the fog and rain.
Right, I've just got into camp. Luckily, it was, as I hoped, it was fairly easy to find somewhere to camp. I haven't actually quite got to Tame. It got dark so quick, and like the fog rolled in. It was a bit rainy. It wasn't really rain. It was like because I was in a cloud. But yeah, so I've done just under 40 miles. A few miles to Princess Risborough in the morning, which is good because I might stop off and get some breakfast. But it's currently 10 to 5, not even 6 p.m. It's pitch black, and it does not get light until about 6:30 in the morning. So it's a long old night in the tent this time of year, which I don't mind because I can sleep a lot, especially in the woods. And I've got this great little camp spot. It's nice and dark. It's nice and sheltered. Previous time in this tent, it didn't exactly go that great, so it's nice to just be in like a nice calm spot for sure. That was a nice little start to the ride. Lots of little single track and little foresty tracks and stuff, just generally quite nice. Around is rolling quite well as well. Nice, and a few little boggy puddles here and there, but nothing too hard or too punishing. Well, just got in here just in time then.
I tell you what, the worst thing about winter isn't actually the long nights. It's just having to get out of your hibernation. It's like over like 12 hours in a tent or something, and then trying to get out of that nice warm sleeping bag when you're nice and toasty warm. Getting out today is proving a bit slow going, because it's quite bitterly cold out here this morning. I believe it's about 3 degrees, but there's quite a chilly wind that's got the hands all cold. I'm still a bit full of cold, so I can't breathe properly. Hopefully that'll go pretty soon. But it is time to get out of hibernation, and it is time to get on with the second day. And got a few miles until I get to Princess Risborough. I was thinking about stopping for breakfast there, but I don't really need to. Still got loads of food and stuff, and loads of water. So we'll see. I might not. This route's quite useful because it's like, it's not very remote really. There's always somewhere to go. You're normally like riding some trails for a few miles, and then you come through a little village or a little town. And it just keeps doing that over and over again. But yeah, today is actually looking like quite a nice day. It pissed it down for about 10 minutes when I got into my tent, just as I got into my sleeping bag. So I got into camp just at the right time. But yeah, by about midnight or something, the stars were twinkling around. It was beautiful. First proper winter night in the tent, I would say. Because I feel like it's quite late. This cold is quite late this year, it feels. I don't know, it's nearly December. Alright, let's go and see what the Chilterns has in store for us today, shall we? I think we're going to have to start with some gloves, but I can see the sun rising in the distance and it looks beautiful. Let's go. Sunrise, beautiful. No, what? I've got a flat tyre. Damn it. Alright, it doesn't actually appear to be completely flat, so I'm kind of hoping it's just either just gone down because it got cold, I don't know, or it's like the sealant has actually fixed it, and I can hopefully... Why is it stuck as well? It seems to be. Can't see it coming out anywhere, so I think we're looking good.
A bit of a slow start today, not only getting out of bed, but also getting on the bike. But luckily just pumping up the tyre seemed to fix the flat. And I would now be off into the Chilterns for my second day of exploring. And today was starting to shape up to be a beautiful winter sunny morning. With plenty of steep climbs this morning though, being cold was not going to be a problem.
the trails are really slippery. This stuff, it just gets so slippery when it's like this. Also, it's really hard to breathe when you've only got half a nostril. I'm going to try and do another 10 miles before stopping. It's still pretty cold out here, but it's starting to warm up, so do another 10 more miles. That'll get me to the 20-mile mark for today. I might stop and have a bite to eat or something. I should, once I get to the top of this. Whoa! See what I mean? It's really, really slippery. Walking on it is hard enough. Cycling on it can be lethal. Gotta watch out for this stuff. This stuff, deadly. That's a fair warning if you come and do a route around here. But yeah, once I get to the top of this climb, I think it's mostly downhill for a few miles. Undulating, of course, up and down, but in a downhill direction for a bit. Ooh, God, this stuff, lethal.
After carefully getting to the top of this climb, I would be treated to some pretty epic views over Buckinghamshire from Whiteleaf Hill, one of the highest points along this route. And with it being such a clear day, I could see for miles, and it would be a downhill race to Chesham for lunch.
It's an absolutely beautiful day out here today, but you can't stop for long because it is quite cold. My hands just will not warm up today. I've done 25 miles, it's about midday, so I just stopped off, had some food at Chesham, and that's pretty much halfway for the day. Another 4 hours and it'll be dark. It's looking like tonight it's going to get down to 0 as well, so all I could ask for is a bit of snow now and it'll be a real winter adventure. Ooh. This morning has definitely been a bit more of a slog, a bit harder than the start yesterday, a bit wetter, but still as beautiful as ever, and it's nice winter sunshine. Oh. This way, I guess. This trip has had, I think, like 3 road closed now. Always seems to happen when I do a Cycling UK route. Always seems to be little road closures, but I think if I go up there, there's a bridleway that I could possibly follow and sort of avoid where they're actually working. Just asked this horse rider. She said she couldn't get through on the road, so hopefully I can get through on this bridleway. Otherwise I've got to go all the way down and around. It's a bit annoying, and it's kind of the busiest road down there. So I'm just going to skip this bit. Here's the bridleway. Hopefully I can follow it around and get back on. Let's see. Yeah. Avoid this big stick. I think this should bring me out to where I'm meant to be. Hopefully. Okay, can't get through at all. I'm going to follow this bridleway back to where I turned, and it looks like if I follow it that way, and then I should be able to turn back onto that road a little bit. There you go. We'll get there in the end. Not doing good for getting my miles done today though. Slowing me down. Alright, and then back on course. The good thing around here is there really is so many bridleways, they're just kind of everywhere, so if you come into a situation like that, you can normally find a way around. With a bit of trial and error, of course. I've done 34 miles, it's currently 2 p.m. though, so I've only got 2 hours left until it starts to get dark. Hopefully it won't feel as dark as early today because it is a bit sunny. And I might go into the night a bit, do a bit of night riding, considering today it is kind of looking like it's going to be quite a nice evening and then quite a cold night, but at least it's not raining, so might do a little bit of cheeky night riding. Let's see. All right, let's go.
Now that I'd found myself back on course, the sun was beaming when I made it back to the trails. The heat part was definitely switched off though, and the sun was on its way down. But it was turning into a great day of cycling. Great trails, great views, plenty of tiring and wet sections, but still a fun day overall. It all ended with a magical sunset as I made my way through the ancient woodlands and into the night for some cheeky night riding. I worked my way up to another of one of the highest points on this route, Dunstable Downs, which gave me a cool view over Dunstable and all the street lights glowing and the last remainder of the daylight. Well, I can tell you what, it's going to be a cold night. Apparently, according to my weather app, it's like 5 degrees now, but it's definitely way colder than that. On my Garmin, it was about 0 when I got into the tent. I managed to do 60 miles in the end, so I'm pretty happy with that. I've got about 85 to go. I have now kind of turned around, so I'm heading back towards Reading. Definitely not gonna finish tomorrow with 85 miles, but tomorrow's goal is just to get kind of as close as possible. It's meant to get down to 0 degrees tonight, but at least that means in the morning we should have some more spectacular sunrise, because today has actually been really good, really fun. Lots of lots of fun trails to ride, and again, it's been a very easy finding a camp spot. Found little woods. I'm probably like 10 miles away from Tring, so I'm just kind of in the woods somewhere between there. And then tomorrow gonna go down towards Tring, don't actually go in it, and then towards Wendover, and then we're sort of heading back up and over the Chilterns. But yeah, I'm gonna get into this sleeping bag, get nice and toasty warm, and it's currently 7:30, so just another 12 hours until I gotta wake up. Oh, it's a hard life having to sleep for 12 hours, but someone's got to do it. Good night. See you in the morning.
Good morning. It's looking like a pretty fresh morning as well.
It's another beautiful looking morning. The sun is just rising over there. Get away, stick. Oh, yeah, that sun looks good. So last night, I have woken up with a little bit of frost on my tent, but not a complete frost. So at least where I was, it didn't quite get to zero or just about zero. But if I come out here, look at that. Beautiful. Well then, it's definitely quite cold and frosty up here in the exposed parts. In some ways I kind of wouldn't mind if it was that cold in the woods, because that would mean all the trails would be quite nice and like solid and frozen. The last obviously couple of days they've been rideable but a bit slippery, a bit on the edge, but yeah, fun. Nice little camp spot in there actually, nice and quiet. But I've got maybe pretty much at the top of this hill, going to be descending down towards Tring, still got a cold, and then up again, and then down towards Wendover. Once I get past Wendover and climb out of Wendover, I'm pretty much going in like a downhill direction for, well, all the way across the Chilterns down towards Marlow. So I'll probably try and get there, and that'll be like maybe lunch, hopefully lunchtime. Probably won't be lunchtime, it'll probably be closer to sunset, won't it? But I've got about 85 miles left to do. So today's goal is really just to get as far as possible. But look at it, I love these mornings when it's frosty, it's a little foggy, the sun over there is rising. Just doesn't get better than that.
Yesterday was cold. Today was bitter. But that meant one thing. I was starting my day with the most beautiful sunrise. Nothing beats a winter sunrise in my eyes, and over the Chilterns, it is just breathtaking. All the woodlands and rolling hills covered in fallen leaves and frost. This morning, it was like being in my very own winter wonderland.
When it's like this is the ultimate bikepacking weather. When it's cold, really cold, it's crisp, the air's still, the sun is shining, the skies are blue. Oh, it's just perfect. Like the summer is amazing, it's great. You can ride all day in shorts and a t-shirt, and it's beautiful, but it doesn't compete with this time of year. The winter, especially when it's frosty and cold like it is today, is peak bikepacking weather. Oh, it's so good today. It's a bit colder today than it was yesterday. I've still got the down jacket on, which is unheard of for me while cycling. Although once I start climbing, that'll have to come off because it will get too hot. But I'm just coming along the canal now, and oh my god, this is just, it is absolutely just perfect, beautiful. I love it. Don't fall in.
Making my way along the canal, trying not to fall in that icy cold water towards Wendover. Following the Wendover Canal, which is in the process of being restored, so no water in a lot of it currently, so at least there was no chance of getting wet along this section. However, getting to Wendover meant more detours, this time a little detour around HS2, to get back into the calm of the mulchy woodland trails.
Right, first stop for the day. It's already about 12:30, 1:45, so time is getting by. I've done about 25 miles. Probably only going to try and do another 25 more as well, maybe a little bit more. Just try and give myself an easy day tomorrow for the finish. The last 20 miles of this route are quite easy as I follow the River Thames back towards Reading. But I'm just going to stop, have a bite to eat, and just enjoy this absolutely glorious day. Still pretty cold, but it's good when you're moving. It's not cold while you're cycling, it's just cold when I'm stopped, so I'm not going to stop for too long. This has actually just been a really, really good winter trip. When I was on the way to do this trip, the weather forecast was just like rain, and somehow it's missed me. Probably famous last words, because I think tonight is going to start getting warm, so it'll probably rain tomorrow. But
I couldn't stop for long if I wanted to stay warm, and also because I would need to get past Marlow tonight, which meant a bit of a race against the sun today. But as I made my way in that direction, up and down the single track trails, and then something caught my eye. Sitting on the top of a hill on the edge of West Wickham, St Lawrence's Church, with the round golden ball on top glowing in the fading light. Actually made of wood though, and covered in golden leaf. The church itself dates back to the 12th century, and the hill has this long, slightly mysterious history. In the 1700s it was rebuilt by Sir Francis Dashwood, the same guy behind the Hellfire Caves just below it. The Golden Ball was even used as a kind of hidden meeting room back in the day, with seating inside for 6 people. Right next to the church is the Dashwood Mausoleum. It was built in the 1760s as a memorial for the Dashwood family and their close friends. It's a big open hexagon made from flint and stone, almost like a mini Colosseum. And inside it holds various monuments and urns dedicated to the people buried or remembered there.
Just come through Marlow, grab some stuff. It's that time again, 3:30, so about 30 minutes till that sun sets. You can always tell when it gets to this point of the day because the temperature just drops even more. I've got about 44 miles of Chiltern trails to go. Not going to do too many more today. Try and get that down to 40, maybe 35, so have a nice easy day tomorrow. But I've just got to basically climb back into the Chilterns, let me navigate this car. Thank you for slowing down at all, not at all. So I'm heading up into them hills again. I was looking at the weather and it is going to get cooler tonight. And by the time I wake up, it's going to be like 10 degrees. It's going to feel like summer again from about 9 p.m. to about midnight. It's like 50-50 chance of rain, so I'll try to get into camp and before it starts raining. Another beautiful day But let's go find somewhere to camp. I'm waiting your shot. Yeah, I wasn't getting up that today.
Nice work.
I just got into camp. Another fairly easy place to find. Probably the hardest one, but only because the last few miles I've been mainly on like the road, so I've had to come sort of follow Bride away into a woodlands to find a good little camp spot. But it is quite a good little camp spot, to be fair. I've ended up doing just I don't actually know how many miles I did, but I've got about 32, 33 to go. The last sort of 20 miles are pretty easy. The first 10, 15 might not be too easy, but it's another good day because it's been such like a beautiful wintry kind of trip. I picked up some dinner in a wintry Christmassy fashion. Well, I say wintry Christmas fashion, it says festive, so I was thinking, oh, turkey or something, and like cranberry and stuffing and whatever. But this one is a Ginster's chicken and stuffing. Chicken, that's not Christmas. And this one also, chicken, bacon and stuffing. How's that festive? Anyway, another good day. I'm going to enjoy my 12 hours or so in a tent. It's not currently raining yet. It does say it's going to rain, but I don't mind now. I'm in the tent, and by the morning it should be warm. First warm day of the trip. So as always, I'll see you bright and early in the morning for day 4, final day tomorrow. Good morning, and can you believe it? Today I'm waking up, there's no beautiful sunshine, it's back to the normal overcast, cloudy skies. But one thing is very different, it's bloody warm. How does that even happen? It was literally just getting warmer and warmer as the night went on. Not complaining, it was a nice toasty warm night, and slept really well. Rain stopped about midnight. But it did rain quite a bit, so trails might be a bit soggy and a bit wet today. They were sort of dry, they felt like they were drying out a bit yesterday. I think they were just a bit frozen solid, which is quite nice. I haven't got many miles to do, about 30. I think there's about 10-ish miles, and then I'm pretty much descending towards Wallingford and then around to Goring-on-Thames and then back to Reading. So this will definitely be the final day if all goes well. Bike is still okay. Ever since that flat tyre on the first morning, it stayed up, and I didn't do anything apart from pump it up, so that's good. It's been a really good trip and a really good wintry trip. So looking forward to finishing it off. Right, I get up one little bit of a climb, then I'm over to a nature reserve, then there's like one descent, one more climb, and then it's pretty much all downhill. Right. Good little camped in this massive woods, really good little spot, nice and quiet, just perfect really. Right, is it day 4? I think it's day 4. Day 4 and the final day, let's go. Squeaky break.
Waking up on the warmest day of this little adventure, with only 30 miles left to pedal. Gone were the frosty trails and back to the slidey, muddy trails. But the endless ancient woodlands kept coming. It was nearly time to say goodbye to the Chilterns and the beautiful rolling countryside that brings. The last of these magical trails. I'd pedal and enjoy these last miles, enjoy the silence that these woodlands bring.
pretty much at the top of the last climb, so it's pretty much all downhill from here. It's been a really good trip. I've really enjoyed this one. It's a really great place, the Chilterns, to just just get lost, clear your head, just get lost in the endless, what feels like endless bridleways and single track and woodlands. It's just beautiful, really, especially if you can get like a winter trip like I've had. Today is really warm though, but yeah, it's been a really good trip. I've really enjoyed that. I'll tell you something I didn't enjoy, that Ginsters last night. Disgusting, so dry, just tasted of nothing, horrible. So I'm going to have a quick snack stop, and then it's just the final 20 miles. 20 miles to go.
As I sat and reflected on the journey around the Chilterns, looking over Wallingford in the distance, it was a place I enjoyed 15 years ago, and is a place I still enjoy today. Getting back to Reading was pretty much all downhill from here, apart from a very muddy field clogging my bike up. It was all smooth sailing. As I made my way back down to Britain's most famous river, and followed the last of the single track trails back to Reading, where my journey around Cycling UK's Chilterns Way would come to an end. A perfect winter adventure. If you are looking to take on this route yourself, then make sure to head over to my second channel, More Keep Smiling Adventures, for the Before You Ride video, so you can get an idea if this route is really for you. Thanks for watching.